All right, let's start with some breaking inputs that have come in where the meeting between the Indian representative and Kulbhushan Jadhav will take place at a sub-prison in Pakistan. Now, this is the latest bit of information that is coming in, where the details as to where the meeting, the consular access meeting, will take place are now coming forth. Remember, initially, Pakistan had not, in fact, made any disclosures as to where the meeting will take place. The meeting is expected to begin roughly in another half an hour from now. The meeting is expected to last for about 2 hours. It will take place in a sub-jail is what has been stated. And the visuals that you're looking at are from a little while back when the Indian Deputy High Commissioner to Pakistan, he made his way to the Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and this was after Pakistan today has made a second offer to grant consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav. Remember, there was an earlier offer that had been made by Pakistan in terms of granting consular access, but that, of course, had been rejected by India because Pakistan had put forth two precise conditions. One, it had stated that a Pakistani official would be present during the meet, and secondly, the meeting would also be recorded. But now this is latest information that is coming in, where the meeting is expected to start in half an hour's time from now, and there are more inputs that have come in terms of where the meeting will take place. And our Islamabad Bureau Chief Anas Malik is joining us from Pakistan. Good afternoon to you, Anas. What's the latest that we've got here?
Well, Saleh, what we can confirm that the Indian Deputy High Commissioner has departed with the security officials and MOFA officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs towards an unknown location, which is said to be a sub-jail, where this meeting, the consular access meeting between the Indian Deputy High Commissioner Gaurav Ahluwalia and Kulbhushan Jadhav will take place. Now, what are the modalities of this meeting? That is still to be known. That is currently, as we speak, it is unknown. But what we can confirm that the meeting will indeed start at 12 p.m. Pakistan time in about 35 minutes, roughly 25 minutes from now. The arrival time for the Indian Deputy High Commissioner was 10:30 a.m. At the Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and what we saw the car entering in as well, and then later on, after dropping the Indian Deputy High Commissioner, the car had left as well. So all in all, what we can confirm that indeed the Indian Deputy High Commissioner has departed. Remember, Pakistan had initially offered India the consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav on the 2nd of August, but India had asked Pakistan for unhindered and unimpeded consular access. The reason there was a delay, and after one month of deliberations, we're now seeing that there is a headway in that, and consular access is to be granted to Kulbhushan Jadhav in about some minutes from now.
Yes, so my question to you, Anas, is very specific. We saw the tweet that was put out by Dr. Mohammed Faisal, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Pakistan. And let me, in fact, read out the tweet that he put out some time back. He said that consular access for the Indian commander Kulbhushan Jadhav will be given in line with the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. So does this mean that there are no preconditions in terms of the consular access that has now been agreed upon?
Well, the Vienna Convention for Consular Relations, the Article 36b, also calls for the implementation and consideration of the local laws when given the consular access. There seems to be some audio issues, Saleh. Having said that, the Pakistani side did tweet about it as well, and in the same tweet, in the same statement, the Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Dr. Mohammed Faisal, he had said that it will be in line with the Vienna Convention, in line with the verdict of the International Court of Justice, and in line with Pakistani laws. So there seems to be some headway in that. It's still unclear whether the Pakistani official will be there or not. We are yet to see that. It is still unclear whether the meeting will be recorded or not. But what we can confirm that if at all a Pakistani diplomat is to be present, he or she will be there at a very safe distance. Yes, Saleh.
All right, and also, Anas, very quickly, Pakistan has made a dramatic climb down in terms of the offer that it had made on the 2nd of August to the offer that it has made it appears today. What has brought about this change?
Well, the Pakistani side has been insistent that it will be in light of the local laws as well, and that is what has been the key over here. They had earlier said that it could be in light of the Indian Navy manual, but we didn't see that the ice being broken on that front. But what we can confirm that it is indeed in light of the Pakistani laws as well. It is in light of the ICJ verdict, and going forward, it is not happening at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It is happening at a sub-jail. Yes, Saleh.
All right, we'll have to leave there. Thank you very much indeed, Anas Mali, for joining us and getting us the latest in terms of what is unfolding in Pakistan even as we speak. We'll, of course, come back to you as more details emerge from Pakistan. So this is the latest that is unfolding. So this was the offer that was made by Pakistan earlier in the wee hours of the morning. And now, on the back of that offer, India has accepted Pakistan's offer to grant consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav. The Indian Charge d'Affaires, Gaurav Ahluwalia, will be meeting with Kulbhushan Jadhav. And the visuals that you're looking at on your screens is of Gaurav Ahluwalia driving into the Ministry of Pakistani Ministry for Foreign Affairs. We're given to understand that he's now left the Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs and is now headed to a undisclosed location, which will be some kind of a sub-jail where the meeting will take place. Now remember, consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav has been one of the most prickly issues between India and Pakistan. India has been demanding consular access for Kulbhushan Jadhav for well over the last 3 years, but it had been repeatedly denied consular access to him after he'd been convicted by a military court on charges of espionage after a sham trial in Pakistan. In fact, India had approached the International Court of Justice, which unanimously in the month of July, with a majority of 15-1, had ruled that Pakistan should grant consular access. And it was post this that on the 2nd of August, Pakistan had offered consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav, but with caveats. It had stated that there will be a Pakistani official who will be present during the meeting between India's consular staff and Kulbhushan Jadhav. And Pakistan had also stated that the entire meeting will be recorded via a CCTV camera. Now, India had forthrightly rejected that offer, stating that this was against the Vienna Convention, which guarantees unimpeded consular access. Now, this is the second time round today that Pakistan has made the offer for consular access, and this time round it appears that it would be done in line with the Vienna Convention on consular relations. But India, of course, is approaching this offer with a fair bit of caution. Remember the last time round when the mother and wife of Kulbhushan Jadhav, this was not a consular access, this was a meeting that had been granted for the mother and wife of Kulbhushan Jadhav to meet with him. It had been done with a glass screen between them, and later the entire episode was, of course, used by Pakistan for propaganda. Now, India maintains that Jadhav is a retired naval officer who had been illegally abducted by Pakistan from Iran, where he was running his business. And when the meeting takes place, will be the first time that the 49-year-old Kulbhushan Jadhav would have been granted consular access.